everybody, welcome back to my channel, Capri Spilling the Tea Lifestyle Tips. Okay, so I am back, and yes, I got the ruby red on because I'm feeling it. It's almost Christmas. And this color that I have on my lips it is the Matte Lip Color Ruby. It's in ruby, and I got it from the hair store, okay? So if y'all was to go to y'all local hair store, then look it up, okay? So let's get into it. Now today we are talking about how to not go in debt with credit cards, okay? And once again, I got all my information written down in my little book. That way I wouldn't have to just come to y'all off the dome like I do, because we all know when I come to y'all off the dome, I be taking the story to the left. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, how to not go in debt with credit cards. All right. So the first thing I wrote down here is, let me put it right here, first of all, don't get a credit card, okay? Let's just put it like that. And end the story. Look at it. We already finished in 0.14 seconds. Don't get a credit card, and you won't go into debt with a credit card. But no, the first thing is to get a prepaid debit and place a certain amount on that card, okay? So basically, when you have a credit card, let's say the credit card goes up to $500, you tend to spend more of what you want on a credit card instead of what you need on a credit card, okay? So if you don't have a credit card and you put a certain amount in your on a prepaid debit card, then you'll know that's your money, so you won't spend that much, okay? So that's, okay? The second is basically borrow from yourself. If you borrow from yourself, you actually do not need a credit card, okay? Just recently, me and my husband, we had to borrow money from ourselves to put a little extra on the rent. Well, actually, to pay rent. I wouldn't even say put a little extra on the rent. Who's going to put extra on the rent? No, we had to pay the remaining of the rent. So we basically borrowed from ourselves. But if we had a credit card, we would have borrowed that money from the credit card and end up paying interest and fees and everything like that, instead of if we just borrow a certain amount, just give that certain amount back. But we all know the credit card company got to make their money, so they put fees and interest and all this other stuff on there, okay? Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, if you borrow from yourself, you don't have to worry about getting a credit card, okay? And then you don't have to go through the bank. You can do a self loan, okay? So anyways, so another thing is the only how you're needing, like how should I say, only how you really need the bank is if you're trying to like finance like a house or maybe a brand new car, okay? Other than that, credit cards are not the only way to get good credit to get the things that you want, desire, and you know what I'm saying, and need, okay? That's the only how like you need like a credit card. But that's not just absolutely the only way, okay? So let me just elaborate a little bit more on how to not go in debt with a credit card. Okay, so let's say hypothetically you do have a credit card and it goes up to $500 a month. I mean, it goes up to $500. Why did I say a month? Where's my head? Okay, I'm hungry. Okay, now this is the thing. People tend to spend what they know is on the card. You know, it's all about self-control. My mom had credit cards that go up to $5,000. And in my mind, I'm just like, boy, I'm about to swipe, swipe, swipe. And you know what? That's what I used to do. But my mom, she only spends what she need off of those credit cards. She never spends the entire credit card, like what's on the credit card, okay? My brain is somewhere else, y'all. I'm so sorry. So let's just elaborate a little bit more on that borrowing from yourself. So what I like to do is have $1,000 to $2,000 in just my emergency account. So I know this is back to the whole Dave Ramsey thing / AKA grandmother savings thing, but it is a smart thing to do. If you have 1,000 to 2,000 just in your savings account, then you can borrow from yourself. You won't have to borrow from a credit card. Okay. Just like I said with the credit card, they're going to charge you interest and everything else. Instead of, if you borrow 300, you just give that 300 back to yourself. I also truly believe if you borrow from yourself, you're more aggressive on paying yourself back instead of borrowing from a credit card and they're giving you this time to pay it back. Okay, if that makes any sense. Because I do know when I borrow from myself, I'm very aggressive on paying it back. I'm like, look, I put IOUs everywhere. Like, okay, I borrowed $300. I got to have that $300 back in there by this time. Okay. I'm very aggressive versus when I borrow from a credit card, I'm like, well, they giving me to this time. I'm going to pay it. I'm going to give them that little $25 or whatever. I'm not as aggressive as paying back myself. Now, I do want to let you guys know how to not go in debt with a credit card. You only supposed to use 3% of that credit card. So if the credit card is for $500, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're supposed to only use like $180 or $100, something like that. It's whatever 3% is of that. If I'm gonna have to find the chart. I should have had a chart. I'm gonna insert it in here, but that is the way that you just stay from overusing it, or the credit bureaus. Oh, I'm getting tongue tied. Or the credit bureaus looking at you like, okay, we gave her 500, and we see she's using all 500 every single month or every other month. Basically, they want to see how you use your credit card. They want you to use it, but they don't want you to use it, if that makes any sense. So let's say I got a credit card for $300. They want me to use 100, 80, maybe 100, and that's it. And they don't want me to use it again until like 3 months later. And then they probably want me to use like 50, and then that's it for another 3 months. I mean, I know it really don't make any sense because you're thinking to yourself, okay, they're giving me a $500 limit. Why can't I use my $500 limit? But that's the games that these credit cards play, or not the credit cards, but the company play. So that's why I just say, you know what? Don't even go through that. Don't even just borrow from yourself. Okay. Also, you do not have to, when it comes down to rebuilding your credit, you don't necessarily have to get a credit card. You can get just like a loan from the bank for like a couple of hundreds and pay it back. Okay. So let's get into story time. Okay. So we all know I was and still am building credit. Okay. So the way that I am building credit, I decided not to get a credit card. I was going to get a credit card, and then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get a credit card because I really don't need a credit card. I can borrow from myself. I mean, wherever I go, I have the money in the bank and I can just basically pay myself back. If I want to get a credit card, it will probably be for no more than $300. You know what I'm saying? But with me and rebuilding my credit, I decided just to start next year paying on my student loans, because that is another way that you can rebuild your credit. You don't always have to get a credit card. If you already have like, what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't say, well, a student loan is a debt, but it's a loan and you're paying on a loan. So if you have like student loans, you can rebuild your credit that way. Paying $50 a month because they see that you're paying on that loan. Now, in my case, my student loans are like $20,000. And I have been putting them in forbearance. And then I thought about it one day. I was like, you know what? Instead of me trying to get a credit card, trying to, build my credit up, because even though I'm going through Lexington Law and they took everything off of my credit, I still have to build credit. You see what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So if they see me paying off this student loan, at least putting like $50 to $100 on it every month, that builds my credit. So I decided not to get a credit card at all. I am so done with credit cards. If I was to get one, it would be like, what is it? A secured credit card. Is it? Yeah, a secured credit card. Because I tried to get one back in October, an unsecured credit card, and they denied me. And I was like, I was appalled. But they denied me because even though I got stuff removed off my credit, I still need to build credit. And it's better for me to get a secure credit card than an unsecured credit card, if that makes any sense. Because they're looking at it like, okay, you're rebuilding credit. That don't mean we trust you yet. You put some of your money down, and that's a secured. That's, if you don't know the difference between a secure credit card and a unsecured credit card. Basically, a secure credit card is when you put half of your money down, and then when they see how you do with your money, then that's when they add more money on there. But my thing is, it don't make no sense. I might as well just borrow from myself and don't even go through that and just go from there. Okay? So, you can do that. If you have student loans, that's another way that you can just go ahead and just like rebuild your credit. You don't have to just get a credit card, okay? Also, another way to not go in debt with credit cards, have that credit card just for one thing, okay? Whether it's paying the bills in the household, buying grocery, or just for your wants. But that don't mean you can go overboard because it's for, just because it's for your wants. Some people have their credit card for everything. Everything. It's just like they got it for wants, they got it for needs, they got it for grocery, they got it for gas, they have it for everything. And you just like, how much is on that credit card? Oh, only $300. Oh, you well over $300, honey. You know what I'm saying? And it's every single month. Have it for one thing and one thing only. If it's going to be a credit card for emergencies, for gas, first of all, it shouldn't even be like over $200-300 because your car don't even take that. Your car takes the most 40, maybe 50 to fill up. So you don't need a credit card, you know what I'm saying, for $5,000 for emergency for gas. That's how you tend to use it on something else because you're like, well, I got $5,000 on my credit card. I'll just use it for groceries this month, or I'll just use it for this dress that I want. Like, don't do that, okay? And honestly, me, I would just like I said, back to the prepaid debit card. I would just get a debit card, a prepaid debit card, and I would just put like a certain amount on there every month and just be like, well, this is for an emergency for gas, or this is for this, or this is for that. Like, I know with the Dave Ramsey, because I was watching him the other night, and that's a mean man, okay? He would tell you straight up, you stupid, you dumb, you shouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have did that, you weren't thinking. I'm not that hard on anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because we're human and we don't think. We just tend to just do it because that's what we want to do. That's what feels good at the time. We do go on feelings, okay? And just like he said, kids supposed to go on feelings. We supposed to think, but whatever, okay? We're human. But I just feel like you really don't need a credit card for anything. I feel like that's just the way for the banks to make money. I'm debating right now if I should shut down my account at South Carolina Federal because they have that if I don't make 10 transactions in a month, they're going to charge me a $5 fee. Now, I know I'm not the best at math, but I do know that 5 times 12 is 60. So if I don't make 10 transactions each month in a 12-month time frame, y'all taking $60 from me a month. A year. Because it's $5 a month. 5 times 12 is 60. That's $120 for 2 years. Once again, the bank is making their money. So I'm sitting here like I know already that I'm not going to make 10 transactions. Because some people don't even get paid that much to make 10 transactions. You see what I'm saying? And like me, I'm on a budget. So I know, and I have 3 accounts. And South Carolina Federal, which is one of my accounts where I just save money. I just save the money in there, and along with my savings came my checking account. So it's just like, I know I'm not going to do no 10 transactions in a month. So I might as well close that bank down, okay, and just stop it right on here before they start every month putting $5 on there. And they just started that because I wasn't getting $5 all before. All of a sudden now they're wanting, you know what I'm saying, the banks are getting greedy. And then I have a savings account with them, and I'm only allowed to get money out of my savings account 3 times. So I'm only allowed to dig in there 3 times. After 3 times, they're going to charge me $4 each time I go in my savings account. Now, I know I ain't the smartest person in the world, but I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going inside this account because it's something that I need. It's my money. And she's like, well, it's not an active account, so we put that on there for you won't continue to go back in your account. Okay, I understand that, and I understand that you guys are doing a penalty for I won't continue to do it, but that penalty is taking my money. You see what I'm saying? So last month alone, I racked up on 24 or $28 in penalties for taking money out of my emergency account. Emergency. And I'm telling you guys this because I also want you guys to know, I'm not even going to make it a separate video. I'm going to tell you guys here right now, get to know your bank. Get to know your bank and what kind of bank you have. Get to know their policies, their rules, and everything. Because if you're not checking your account like I am, I check my account like clockwork because I need to know that all my pesos are sitting in there. There's been no fees added or anything. Nobody's stealing my money. Get to know your bank, okay? Because they will slap fees on there that you do not even know about. And that's what I'm telling you guys. You really don't need a credit card. If you're putting yourself in debt with these credit cards, that's because if you don't have enough of your own money, why would you get somebody else's money, which is a credit card, and rack it up? Think about it. And see, I'm only saying this because this is what the old Capri did. This is what the 20-year-old did, okay? I didn't have that much money. I was working at Walmart with a toddler son. I had a baby boy at the time. I was only making like $8.25, and I had 5 credit cards. So y'all know I was Yo Gotti it. Rack it up, rack it up. Rack it up, rack it up. That was me. I was racking it up, okay? And I wasn't thinking like how I'm thinking now. Of course, I'm older, you know what I'm saying? And I'm done with the hidden debt. But it's like, if I don't have enough of my own money, why would I go out there and get a credit card and rack up on somebody else, and then they're going to charge me fees and interest and everything else? Like, no. If I don't have enough of my money, I'm just going to either get a side hustle or sit my behind down. This is the reason why society in America goes into debt. Because they're just like, you know what? If you're fool enough to give me a credit card, knowing that I don't have enough money, yeah, I may qualify for it, but if you're fool enough to give me this credit card, I'm going to take it and I'm going to rack it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell my kids all the time, even though they're young, I talk to them like they're grown-ups. I'm like, if you don't have enough of your money, don't go out there and ask somebody else for their money, especially don't get no credit card, because if you are anything like me, I'm going to be like, oh, you need to borrow how much money? Okay, you borrowing 10, but I charge $5 since you borrowing it, so you need to bring me back 15. Yes, I put interest on mine. It's like the bank if I let you borrow money from me, okay? So just don't even get a credit card. Like, just like I say, if you absolutely need a credit card for certain things, get a credit card that does not go up to like $5,000 and $10,000. Get a credit card that the most it goes up to is $1,000. Is $1,000 the most, and that's only if like you have a house. If you're renting, the most it needs to go up to is like $300 to $500. Okay, it don't need to go up any more than that. But this is how you just don't go into debt with credit cards. have your own money to the side. Like around when tax time comes, because everybody knows tax time is next month between January and I think March, the beginning of March. Yeah. Everybody knows when tax time comes, that's when people go out, they get the cars, they get their apartment, they rack up on shoes and clothes, they go out of town. Oh, they killing the scene, okay? They are like Nicki Minaj for the whole tax season, okay? Don't do that. Think smart. Be Dave Ramsey for the whole tax season, because that's going to be me. They're going to call me Low Dave Ramsey, because I'm going to put $2,000 in my emergency account. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, add on to what I have. $2,000 to my emergency account. I'm going to give my kids in their, I got like a college account for them, $1,500 a piece in their college account. I'm going to put whatever was left in my home account. Like, don't go out there and get a new car, get this. Keep the old hoopty that you got. Is it getting you back and forth to work? Okay, if you need a new tire, go get a new tire. You need your oil change or whatever, go and fix the hoopty up. Get the windows tinted if you want to, because I can understand you got people who be looking in your car and you're like, Lord, I need my windows tinted. Go do that. Put new tires on it, vacuum clean it out, get new anything to make the car feel good to you, but don't go out there. I'd rather you spend $30, maybe not even 30, because if you get new tires and stuff like that, I'm gonna say that's up to like $500, depending on if you have a truck or a car. But go out there and spend $500 on your car one time, then spending $500 every single month for 24 months, or sometimes 72 months or some junk like that they be saying. You know what I'm saying? 72. Something like that. I'm just trying to think. But yeah, like, I'd rather you spend that $500 one time than continue to spend it every single month, okay? Pay off all that debt, all that credit cards. Like my mom told me the other day, she said when she used to get her tax money, she never spent it on bills. She always took us out, on trips and stuff like that. But see, my mom always had a good job. My mom brought home $3,000-$4,000 a month. She was military and stuff like that. So she always had a good job. So she was able to, when tax time come, do whatever she want, because she was doing whatever she want anyway, because she had a good job. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. When taxes come this time, and here I go off a subject, but when taxes come this time, be smart. Put money to the side, because it is 12 months in a year. The first 6 months, you may be doing good because, okay, you got taxes back in February, April. So you may be doing good all the way up to about June, July, maybe. I'm going to say June, because that money go quick, depending on how long you get it. Yeah, depending on how long you get it or when you get it. And then the end of the month, you could be struggling like, oh my God, like I just was balling out of control. And all of a sudden, I'm on my back like a turtle. Yes, because you did not plan productively. And here you go back to those credit cards again. Slide. Once you pay them credit cards, cut it. Oh, wait a minute. Cut it. Yeah, just cut it. Like, cut it up and throw it away. Because you really don't need those credit cards. Okay? Basically, I done told you guys everything on how to not go in debt with credit cards. Basically, rely on yourself. If you don't want to go in debt with credit cards, don't get them. Just rely on yourself and go from there. Like, I rely on myself all the time. Like, ever since I got out of debt, I have been relying on myself. And I'm not going to lie, it's very hard to rely on yourself, because sometimes you look at your account, you be like, boy, that money looks good. I don't want to, touch the money. But listen, just do what you got to do. Be weird. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, oh, you weird, Capri. You don't go out to eat that much. And when you do go out to eat, you be looking at the menu like it's foreign. Like, ooh, this costs too much. I don't care. Be weird to save your money. Stay away from them credit cards. Quit sliding. Because them credit cards are going to be the one to put you back where you left out of. Okay? If you can avoid getting a credit card, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was not even supposed to get or tried to get a credit card the day that I went to my bank to go get the credit card. The universe denied me and reminded me why I should not be getting a credit card. Because I'm going to get a house and you're not supposed to be having people pull your credit. So that was like a breaking point right there, just to say, like, I really don't need a credit card. You know what I'm saying? Like, I realized I don't need a credit card. It was denying me and telling me, Capri, think. Think. Do you really need a credit card, or do you just want a credit card? And really, I just wanted a credit card. Because you know what I was going to do? I was going to be online, and I was going to shop with that credit card, and then I was going to pay it back, because I'm better at paying things back now, but I really still did not need it. Okay? Patience is a virtue. Whatever I want, I can wait. You know what I'm saying? I can actually wait to get it. But I just wanted that credit card if I could just spend up on some things, pay it back, spend, pay it back. But really, I don't need it. I really don't need it. So I'm thanking the universe that I did get denied, and I thought about building my credit with paying off my student loans instead of building my credit with a credit card, because you do not have to build your credit with a credit card. You can build your credit other ways. Google it, look it up. What's new? What's other ways that I can build my credit without having a credit card? And it will tell you. Like, Google is the bomb, okay? Google tells you everything. So it's just too much. Me, the way I look at it, it's too much resource out there for us to be like dumbfounded, okay? For us to be dumbfounded about what we need to do and what we don't need to do, okay? But I'm not going to keep you guys long. I'm actually at 26 minutes. I'm at 26 minutes. But I'm not going to keep you guys long. I just wanted to let you guys know, don't let credit cards like ruin your life. I'm so oily. Don't let credit cards ruin your life like it slick ruined mine. Matter of fact, I let it ruin my life because I always want. And I end up sliding. And then I already knew I didn't have enough money to pay it back. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I was spending over the limit of what, like, they would give me $5,000 because I was 19 at the time. So they were giving me like $5,000, $3,000, and I was spending that. I was spending, like, the younger people are the target. And that's why I teach my kids right now, like, listen, you guys are the target. As soon as they're like, oh, she 18, send her some credit cards. I did not even sign for any credit cards. I didn't even ask for any credit cards. They were just shooting them through the mail. And I got them all and I spent them all. Okay? So that's why I'm just like, if you do have kids, teach them now, like, look, you're going to be 18 one day. Them credit cards going to be coming through the mail. Don't do it. And I'm not going to lie. My mom did stand at the door and she did say that. She said, Capri, don't do it. But she wasn't really like, she was a finance person, but she used to yell more than anything. So who's going to listen to a parent that yells? Not me. But you know what? Look what happened. I should have been listening to her yell because I was racking them things up. I had every outfit, every phone that came out, like how the iPhone 10 just came out and they said it's like $1,000 and something. I would have had that phone because I would have slid that sucker and I would have got that phone and I would have been right there looking stupid because then next year freaking iPhone 11 may be coming out for $1,200. Yeah, y'all already know the rest. So anyways, let me not keep you guys long. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. Hit that bell for you to know every time that I do an update. Everybody know I try to make my videos 30 minutes or less because ain't nobody trying to sit here and listen to nobody just talk, especially with my little basic background. I'm going to get it together. I had it on my tripod. I was going to go ahead and record with my camera, but I was vlogging with this camera today, and I just had so much going on with this camera. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to sit right back at my desktop. And I don't know. I just like talking to you guys on the desktop. I hope I hope y'all don't mind like the quality too much, because I hear a lot of YouTubers talk about the quality, the camera, da da da. And I'm just like, okay. I do know that my camera does show clearer, because I just did a video on my camera the other day, but that's when I had to set up all together. Right now, it's just like I got a lot going on. I got a light right here shining in my face. I got a light right here shining in my face, and I know y'all can see it because my forehead's shiny. It's shining in my face. And if anybody knows me, I'm not used to all this light. I always keep the light out in my house because I'm trying to save those pesos. So I'm about to turn these lights off, okay? But I just really, really wanted to get that video out. I have lots more things coming to you. And remember, it's always a part 2 to each and every one of my videos, because I may have told you something. Actually, I may have forgotten to tell you something in a segment, and then I go back and I redo them. So just pull out your notes, jot it down. Just know you don't need no credit cards. Boom, boom, bam. And I love you guys. Until the next time, keep spilling the tea. Bye.